Hey guys, I thought I would make a little vlog for y'all. Hope you guys are doing well. Right now it is a Saturday night, and I am at college. As you can probably see by my dorm, it is the same room. I'm sure it looks the same, except maybe a little more cluttered in the background with all the clothes. But just ignore that. I actually might, that kind of made it worse. I guess that's kind of better, not really. Anyway, okay, sorry about all the readjustments. So I thought I would just make a little vlog about like college and like my experiences so far, and I'd love to hear if any of you guys are in college, or even if you already graduated from college or dropped out. Like, I would love to hear about how college was for you and the college experience. Okay, so I'll get right into it. I am in school. I'm going to a small, well, no, it's not small. I'm in a small town. I guess that's why I'd say small. I'm going to Ohio University, which is a state university here, as I'm sure you can probably guess. And it's in a small little town in southern Ohio. It's a lot different. I've lived in Ohio like my entire life, but I've lived up near Cleveland, which is a whole different area. There's a lot more like stuff going on. It's very like urban, even in the suburbs. There's still like a lot of activity, and down here it's more like farmy and rural. It's a very like small town, the town that I'm in, and all the surrounding areas are really like farms or small towns. It is not like a jump-in area, and it's so much different than being in Cleveland. And even like the weather is a lot different. It's a lot hotter here. The climate is warmer. The good news though is that it doesn't snow as much and it doesn't get as cold. So that's the good news in terms of the climate being different here. Let's see, what else is different? I guess just like the overall atmosphere. I feel like life. I read like some cool sociology book about like the sociology of time and how time is kind of constructed differently in different societies and different places. And how time kind of moves slower in more like rural, like smaller town type of places. And I definitely feel that. Like the pace at which people like do things, it's a little bit slower, and it's a different like feel than being near a big city, definitely. So even though I'm still in Ohio, I'm way in it. I'm like I live at the top of the state, and now I'm like at the bottom of the state. So it's a good 3.5 hours away from my home, and it's a different climate, and things are just kind of, it feels different even though it's the same state, which I guess was my point. So in terms of like my actual college experience or whatever, college itself has been going well. I got a 4.0 this summer. And so, like, I'm kind of in this place now where I want to keep a 4.0. I never want my GPA to be, like, a different one. I don't know if that's going to be attainable or, like, if that's going to happen, but hopefully it will. That would be, like, really, really cool. So, in terms of the classes, my classes are really good. It's a lot different than community college, which is what I was doing for the last 2 years. For one, I think that the classroom atmosphere is a little different. I feel like the professors are more engaged with the material and the students, and I feel like there's just like more passion there. And in community college, I felt like it was just kind of a job for the professors. They didn't seem to have like a great as a general rule. There was some exceptions, but in general, I didn't feel like they cared a whole lot about what they were teaching about, and they didn't really like take an interest in the students, and it was just kind of like, it was a lot different, and I didn't feel like things were challenging either. I felt like the professors made college pretty easy, and if you studied and like put work into it, you could get good grades pretty easily, I think. And not to even say I always did, because sometimes I just was lazy, straight up. But, I felt like if I had put work into it, like just a little bit, I probably could have gotten more A's. So here, the teachers, I feel like, are just so engaged with what they're teaching, and you can tell that they like actually enjoy teaching and they enjoy being a professor, and that's something that's really different. And I even feel like the students take it more seriously. You know, I'm not with anyone like old. You know, everyone in my classes is a young person. You know, like in community college, like the average student, like the average age of a student at the community college I went to is 29. You know, so that's obviously like a huge difference. And I think it does make a difference too, because I feel like at university, people like want to be there more, and because you know you invest more time and money into it, people take it a little more seriously. Like, there's no one in my classes who is like just completely like off the wall, like, you know, like even nasty to the professor or like disrespectful to the other students. And I definitely experienced that in community college, and you know, here there's not really an atmosphere of that. People, you know, generally want to do well and they want to learn things for the most part. So that's been really good. In terms of my social life, I had a few friends that I made during the summer. Obviously, during the summer, there's a lot less people here. And those friendships kind of ended up dissolving, and well, one of my friends, I don't really see her anymore because, you know, we used to live in the same dorm and go to the same classes, and, you know, now we're in completely different classes, and she doesn't live anywhere near me. So, you know, it's just like, sometimes when those kind of things you don't have in common anymore, it's hard to keep the friendship alive, or, you know, like, we don't see each other every day like we used to, because, you know, we used to just always kind of be in the same place, and it's not like that anymore. So, I don't know, I haven't really met that many new people. I moved in later than everybody else, and, I don't know, I'm just, like, so socially awkward. It's always, like, hard for me to approach people and meet people. Like, this is a Saturday night at, like, 10:15 at night, and I'm sitting here vlogging for you guys, when probably everybody else is, like, at a party or something. You know, like, I'm just sitting here vlogging. So, yeah, that's great. But the good news is that I did actually meet somebody online that I'm interested in. And I don't want to, like, jinx it or, like, give too many details or whatever. But it's a guy, and I'm kind of interested in him. And things are going well with our communication so far. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm actually really excited. And he actually is an alumni of this college, so it's kind of interesting because he actually lives up near where I live, and he went to school here, and he graduated a year ago. So there's that. So that's interesting, I guess. And I don't know, nothing else isn't really happening. I just thought I'd like talk about all of that stuff for you guys. Maybe I'll do like a college, like intro to college, choose what you should know video. I don't know. Oh, in terms of my extracurriculars, maybe we should talk about that. So I'm doing like 3 things this semester on campus, but I have a lot of other stuff that I'm doing otherwise. But in terms of clubs, I'm going to be in the OU Democrats, the feminist club here, and I'm going to be volunteering a little bit at the Women's Center. So that's cool. In case you didn't know, my major is Women in Gender Studies. So, you know, that works. That kind of goes with all, you know, those activities kind of go with what I'm interested in my degree. So that's really cool. And besides that, I'm actually doing 2 internships this semester. Both of them are part-time, but, you know, it's definitely going to be taking up a lot of my time. One is with Everyday Feminism, who I interned with this summer, and they really were happy with my work, and they wanted to keep me on through the winter, and I agreed because I love Everyday Feminism, and, you know, it's a great opportunity, so I'm not going to, like, pass something like that by. And the other one is with Adios Barbie, which is a body, love, and wellness organization, and there's a book that it's based on, and, you know, you can totally check all of that stuff out if you want to. So those are the internships that I'm doing. And I always have, like, writing and blogging and side projects that I do, too. But those are the major things that are going on with me this semester. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention is that actually I'm going to be going to DC next month for an activist training, which should be really exciting. Yay! So that's cool. And I'm also going to be speaking at another conference in October. So I actually am going to be traveling this semester a little bit. So I think that is all for you guys. If you have any questions or anything for me, make sure to leave them down below in the comments. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!